Yeah, I'm a bit late. I'm 2 days late. Hello Facebook, hello Instagram. Yes, so I'm a couple, bit too many cords everywhere. I'm a couple days late with the energy report because I just wasn't feeling very well actually. So yes, so better to show up when I'm feeling good. I was not feeling physically well, but I'm okay. It's nothing serious. So anyway, I'm happy to be here. Hello, whoever's joined me on Facebook. Say hello so I can greet you. And on Instagram, yeah, I was running a bit late again because I was making dinner. So I got dinner done, so that's good. And I'm here now. Hi, Kylie. Hello, Tyler. Good to see you. Hello, Miranda. Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm just leaning in. I've got to remember to lean back. I'm getting a sore back from working on the computer. I've got everything propped up really high, so I'm not bending my head down, but yeah, I'm starting to get a bit of a sore back. Hello, everyone. Excuse me, losing my voice. And Daniela, Melissa, Susan, Emma. Hello, Kylie. Oh, thanks, Miranda. It's lovely to see you too. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you. Kerry. Oh, it's so good to see everyone. Yeah, so you might be a bit confused because I don't usually come on at this time. Well, I'm not usually on a Tuesday, but I figured I can. So I did. So I am. So here I am. So that's good. Yes, oh, you're new here, Jen. Nice to see you. I'll explain how this goes. Yes, Miranda, one more sleep to go. Yes, Miranda's joining me for my 7-month tarot mentoring program. And yes, her group starts tomorrow night, which we're all excited for. These guys booked in months ago. So it's been a long sort of anticipation. Like we're all sort of excited and keen. I'm definitely ready to get started, Miranda. I can't wait. So I'll just wait for a couple more people or a few more people to jump on Facebook. And in the meantime, I'll introduce myself. So my name is Marina Lovasz, and I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor. And I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I teach tarot and channeling. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you. So hello, Jeanette. Lovely to see you. Yeah, so I've got, whilst I think this is it. I think we've got our numbers tonight. Hello, Carlita. Good to see you. Long time no see. Laura, hello. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. Beck, hello. Lovely to see you as well. Yes, so let me tell you what's going on. So yes, so I just got a bit distracted there. Okay, yes, so let me tell you what's going on. So I have opened up a March intake for my 7-month tarot therapy, mentoring and training. It is specifically for those of you who want to develop your therapeutic skills whilst delivering tarot. So you'll learn everything about the Mythic Tarot, these beautiful cards that I've got. I will teach you all the psychology behind the cards. So we're going to explore Jungian psychology. You'll also learn narrative therapy. You'll also learn hypnotherapy. You'll also learn Ullman method, which is a dream appreciation method. So we're going to do some dream appreciation. It's very different to dream analysis. So it is a psychotherapeutic container where we explore the cards, a 7-month journey with the Mythic Tarot. So you'll learn all the psychology of the cards as well as the psychotherapeutic application of the cards. So it's an amazing course. It really is. I've got a new VA who is now finally going to keep trying. We're going to get this course certified. So this is the next step for me, which I can't, honestly, I was crying about it this morning. The thought of having it certified is just going to be thrilling for me. But yes, so it will be certified. That's the plan for this year, for 2022. So yes, so the course runs for 7 months, but actually it runs for about 9 months because we do have a lot of practice sessions. And so yeah, it is a long course. By the end of the course, you will become a skilled tarot therapist where you'll be able to deliver tarot in a psychotherapeutic container where you're holding space for people to do their own therapeutic work whilst using tarot and other techniques that I will teach you in the program. It's an amazing program. So I'll put the link in the comments there. I've got, for this one, I opened up 8 seats. 2 seats have already gone. So I've got 6 seats left. There is an easy pay option. And obviously, if you pay in full, you benefit paying in full. The price is reduced. So there is an early bird. There is an early bird price there. And yes, I encourage you, if this is something, if you love tarot and you want to work with people therapeutically and have sort of an ethical way, I'll be teaching you an ethical practice so that you can open up your own tarot practice or therapy practice where you can include all these other tools as well as tarot. It's yes, very proud of that course. So there's the link there. Yes, a psychotherapist with tarot. That's right. Psychotherapy and tarot. A lot of psychotherapists actually use the tarot. It's not unusual. Jung loved the tarot. He loved astrology as well. He was interested in all esoteric things. He had a fascination for the esoteric. We study Jung in this course. We spend the 7 months studying all the different archetypes of the cards as well as some Jungian theories. And yes, I think you'll love it. Yes, it is amazing. It's so much fun. That's so good. I'm so proud of it. So there's the link. If you've got any questions, don't be afraid to contact me. I'm not going to bombard you with, sales links, sign up. I've only got a small group of people and it's got to be for the right people. I don't have a large group of people deliberately because it is a therapeutic course, meaning that you'll be doing your own therapy. You'll be, on your own personal journey, going through your own personal growth on the course as well. And it is, yes, we include mediumship. I should say that too. It's yes, we do mediumship training as well. That's fabulous. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to do our weekly energy report tonight. So it starts. Oh, hi Kim. Hello, Cheryl. Shona, yes, you love both as well. Yeah, amazing. So it is. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of it. Yeah. Okay. So how this works is I'm going to do the energy report for tonight. So first, I'm going to pick 3 cards randomly, and these 3 cards will be the energy report for tonight. And so from my perspective, your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I've put my hand up to channel for us every week, and I happen to love doing it. I don't have a problem doing it. Love showing up. So that's what I'll do for us. And then after I've done the tarot report, then I would encourage you to pop your questions in. And I do prefer questions. Questions are great. They're really helpful. If you don't have a question, that's fine. I generally don't answer health questions. I just don't think it's ethical. My background is in psychology. And so, anything bar medical, I'm happy to answer. And yes, so I will get started. So, if anything resonates in the energy report for this week, take it. It's because it's meant for you. It is meant for you. Yes. All right. Oh, I say this every week, but we need some good cards, hey? Last week's was very dramatic. It was a very dramatic read. Do you remember? Who remembers? We had the death card. We had, I think we had, oh gosh, I can't remember that. I remember the death card. That I remember specifically because it was so relevant for many of us, actually. Yeah, so, right, let me pick some cards. 3 cards for this week. Okay, the first card is the Chariot. Now, in mythology, a lot of the archetypes actually relate to astrological. Oh, Christ, what's happened there? Oh, everything went a bit dark. The electricity's starting to go. I wonder what's going on. Oh, oh Christ. It's a bit spooky, wasn't it? Just spookiness happening there. Right. Anyway, so bit of spirit visitation. just make sure this is all plugged in. Yes, that's all plugged in. That was a bit weird. Lights flickering, that sort of stuff. Okay, back to this card. So yes, so in astrology, the planets are often told in the context of mythology. And so this card, the Chariot, actually refers to the planet Mars. And in astrology, Mars represents our passion, our drive, our ambition. And in the tarot, in the mythic tarot, this card, it can sometimes I explain this card in the context of being the carrier of experiences. So when this card comes up, I do like to remind us that we're here not to seek perfection, but to have experiences. This is the card of the lived experience. It has a very tantric feel. This is about exploring, embodying life, embodying your experience, feeling through your senses, having full-bodied experiences. It does have a very sexual note, this card as well, because it is in the story. It's about Ares and Aphrodite, who had this affair. And Aphrodite was married to, I can never pronounce his name properly, but I'll just call him Mr. H. So she was married to him, but he was really unattractive. Excuse me. And so she was having this affair with Ares. And they couldn't stop. They just couldn't resist each other. And this affair went on for a number of years. And eventually they birthed this child called Harmonia. And so this is that kind of attraction, that kind of like the calling, the divine calling. This you just can't. It must be. Sometimes I'll use these words with my clients. It must be this way. You can't help yourself. This card represents those feelings, those passions, those drives that are somewhat uncontrollable. You try and temper them, you try and calm them down, but they're there nonetheless, and you can't deny them. These are those uncomfortable feelings sometimes that we might be questioning whether or not it's morally okay. And yeah, so this is the card of balancing the unconscious drives with our conscious reality, or the unconscious drives with our waking reality. And so it isn't about denying ourselves of our feelings and the things that we want and our desires. It's got nothing to do with that. But it is about being like careful in the way in which we go to make those desires manifest into being. And we have to sort of balance. We have to find some kind of balance between, morality and, and instinct. So, with this card, the message with this card, it is about going out and living, like exploring life. Do not deny yourself of new experiences. In the mythic tarot, we might refer to this card as a very kind of adolescent energy, because when you think you're a young teenager or a 21-year-old and you're backpacking, you're going out in life and you're exploring life and you're having all these new experiences and you're kind of breaking away from your parents and you're becoming your own person. And this is what this card is about. It is about individuating. It is about having these new experiences that teach you more about who you are or more about what you're becoming. So when this card comes up in a reading, and for this week's reading, we are being called to not be afraid to try to have novel experiences. Open your mind and your heart to new experiences. Stretch yourself. Let yourself explore relationships. Let yourself explore business ideas. Open your mind and your heart to moving house, or whatever it is that you feel called to do. Trust it, because it is definitely part of your destiny, and it is what is going to bring you closer to who you are, to your authentic self, however that may look for you. Yes, it can be about taking charge. Absolutely. Aries, as I said, the planet Mars is our drive, our determination, our passion. And it can be about anger, and it can be about rage as well. There is that. Mars can be an angry, fiery planet. But in the context of tonight's reading, I feel this is more about our passion and letting your desire, inform you of what it is that you want, and let yourself be called by that. Let yourself go with that. So the next card, another major card. So, okay, so we've got two major cards now. We've got the Chariot and now we've got the Magician. So the Magician in the Mythic Tarot, it refers to Hermes. And Hermes in mythology relates to the planet Mercury. And Mercury is a messenger, and he sends his messages indiscriminately. So this is the card of receiving messages from spirit, or receiving messages from the outside world, like feathers falling down on the ground, the song that just comes on the radio, or a mysterious phone call, or you bump into somebody that you haven't seen for a long time and it's so significant. What's that noise? Did I hear? Oh, fuck. I'm hearing all these strange noises. Yes. So anyway, crikey. I feel like there's lots of energy in this room tonight. Anyway, yes, so really relevant for this card. So yes, so this is the card of receiving messages now. But here's the thing. So with this card, it isn't about you are the one that's interpreting the messages, because Mercury's a bit naughty like that. He's a trickster. He's a bit naughty. He'll send messages through to you, but he does them indiscriminately. He does not care how they land. You get to determine what that message means to you based on your subjective experiences. So what does that mean? What do I mean by that? You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the message as it drops in and interpret it in the context of what you actually want. So it's such a great card. Hermes is a fabulous card. So if we think of this card as being fully present with what is showing up in our life now, so those signs, the signs that you just are so obvious that you might think it's coincidental, and so you just sort of brush it aside. It is not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. It is leading you towards your passion to purpose. Trust the signs. As the signs drop in, say yes, do the thing. Don't, like, this is about being at the crossroads. This is about being at the potential of a new pathway opening up, a new pathway, a new avenue, a new relationship, a new business venture, a new work opportunity. And you are being called to trust the signs. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take the risk. Too many people, and I'll put my hand up for this. I've done this in the past, where you have a vision or you have a dream about your future, about what you want. And then you get excited. You feel that surge, that rush of excitement, right? And then all the signs are there. Books are coming your way. You meet people, but you park the vision. You put it on, you put that dream on the shelf, and you just let it sort of like collect dust. Life is about living. And this is what this card, the Chariot, is about. It's about having experiences. Don't deny yourself of them. Follow the signs, follow the Magician, follow the magic. Let yourself believe in magic. Let yourself see the coincidences. Let you see the 11-11s, the 22-22s, the 44-44s. Let yourself have those signs and follow them. Follow them, because it's your unconscious speaking to you about what is possible for you in this lifetime. Okay, hello, Helen from England. Oh, crike. I was going to say crikey. I've been trying not to swear. I've been saying crikey and Christ a lot, because I think I've been swearing too much. So you'll be hearing me saying crikey all the time. I wanted to say Christ, crikey. I'm saying both. Shit, look what we've got. We've got the Tower cards. So this is 3 major cards. Now let's talk about major cards. Let's just discuss that for a minute. So major cards relate to rites of passage, meaning that these cards are archetypal experiences that we all must experience at some point in our lifetime. We cannot escape. These are the fates. This is, and ready for this. I forgot about this. Right. So tomorrow we've got a new moon, and a new moon in Pisces, and all the planets, it's very auspicious. It's a very auspicious new moon. Yes, I know they swear, but I'm trying not to swear in front of my daughter, Barry. I've been swearing too much. Anyway, this new moon is very, very auspicious. So yes, this is the time to take down the mask. The Tower card. So I'm jumping around. So yes, we've got a very auspicious moon. Now, what I wanted to say about these cards, that these are the fates. These are the fates that we cannot avoid. So these are very heavy duty cards this week. that are guiding us towards experiences that are fated, that are just meant to be in this lifetime, meant to be for you in this lifetime. That it's for you. So trust that. Now, what I wanted to say about this card, the Tower card, sometimes I refer to it as the Tower of Bullshit. There you go. I swore, Barry. Yes, the Tower of Bullshit. So this is the card of when you are outgrowing your current circumstances. It is ruled by the planet Uranus. Now, Uranus is a bit of a shocking planet. It's a liberator. It's a rebel. Sometimes I refer to Uranus as the divine rebel. He's an interesting planet. He can create shocking events that shock us out of situations that we are staying in for too long. And also can provide us with these amazing downloads and insights and out of this world information that just seems to come out of nowhere. Lightning strikes. I want you to think of lightning strikes. This is the week. Lightning will strike. Now, this can be positive and it can be negative. Now, not to frighten you, but if you have been living in a way that is not in alignment with who you really are, truths will come out that you cannot. Oh, there goes the light. Did you see that? Yes, the lights. Oh, this has never happened on a live with the lights flashing. It's happened before. Yes. So as I was talking about this, right? God playing his hand, the truths. It's flashing again as I'm talking about it. Yes. So what I wanted to say was that if you are not living in alignment with your authenticity, if you're not being honest with yourself about what you want or honest in your relationships, or if you are being lied to, the truth will come out this week. It's a pretty heavy card. This is about the outgrowth of situations that are no longer in your best interest or for your higher good or for your highest good. And sometimes it is about dropping the facade, dropping the mask, stop pretending that things are good when they're not. This is the card about being real with yourself, about what you want, real with who you are and what you want to create. Because when you stop bullshitting yourself, when you start being honest with yourself, then you've got some really strong foundations that you can actually build on. Building on sort of a false persona isn't going to last. It's not a long-lasting structure that's sustainable, for long term. This tower, inside this tower is a minotaur in the story, in the Greek myth. There's a minotaur in this tower, and it was hidden. It was a shameful, dirty little secret in Crete, and it was hidden in this tower. And eventually the tower falls. Eventually you just cannot sustain the bullshit forever. So it is a very powerful card, but it's a liberator. So it sounds a bit nasty, but actually it's a liberator. It is liberating us so that we can move more authentically and honestly and actually have the things that we want, or have the life that you want, have the business that you want, have the relationship that you want, have the family that you want, have the career that you want, by being more honest with yourself. It takes a lot of courage. Now, the other thing I want to say about this card, how I said lightning strikes? Sometimes things happen that are out of our hands, that are out of our control. And life does throw curveballs. Sometimes we do get these curveballs that are just out. We don't have any control over that. Expect some curveballs this week. What was that noise? Did you hear that? Oh, I'm hearing noises. That's my daughters down there, by the way. Yes. So, yes, amazing cards for this week. Okay. So let's summarize these cards. So the first card we've got these are all major cards. It's really heavy. The Carrier of Experiences. This is about living. This is about not denying yourself of what you want. This is trusting your passion. This is letting your passion drive you towards your destiny, towards your becoming, towards your individuation. This is about letting those unconscious desires out of your body and feeling into what it is that you truly want. Be ambitious. This is the week to be ambitious, to think about what's possible. This is about you becoming more of who you are. All of these new novel experiences give you this really like amazing new perspectives and new neural pathways, and you expand your mind and you become more of who you are that you wouldn't ordinarily experience if you were doing the same thing over and over and over again. This is the card of having experiences. The ride isn't over yet. Like, don't give up. Trust the signs. Follow the signs. When the song comes on the radio, the feather that falls down, the messages that you receive, like trust the signs and go with it. Yes, Mercury's a bit indiscriminate, and he doesn't really care how they land. He's just showing you the signs. He's sending you messages all the time. Take them, honor them, and take them. Yes, they are. This is Miranda's saying so much energy in the cards, for sure. This is about being at the crossroads. This is about the beginnings of a new path opening up for you. If you want that new path to open up, you're going to have to be honest with yourself, and you're going to have to be honest with other people around you. Or it might be that people that are being dishonest around you, the tower begins to fall and you get to see the truth, which means that you can start making decisions about this new pathway that's in alignment with who you are. This is the outgrowth, the psychological outgrowth of your current situation. This is the only card in the Mythic Tarot that is built on man-made structures. These are the beliefs, the perceptions, the ideas, the ideologies that we have that are made up, that are not natural. They're made up, and they create personas, masks, identities that we are outgrowing. This is the outgrowth of these identities that are no longer a fit. Okay, wowzers. Big reading for this week. Christ. What does that mean for my business? Well, I've got new ideas, actually. I've got quite a few new ideas for my business, for my program. I want to focus on some specific therapeutic techniques, actually. Anyway, it's for another conversation. Yes, so exciting. Okay, now I'm going to do some reading. So drop your questions in the comments section and I would love to read for you. So let's see. Let me see. Kim Jade. Hello, Kim. Hi, Kim. Lovely to meet you. Something for me, please. Oh, is it a bit wet where you are? Is it not good? Whereabouts are you, Kim? Let me know. That little drop. Yes, let me read for Kim. Let's see what the cards have to say for Kim. Okay. It's a bit hot actually in here. Kim Jade. Oh, Kim, this is the card of the healer. Now, his name is Orpheus, and he heals people through his poetry and his music. So he was a therapist, and he lost the love of his life, and he was so desperately sad about that and so heartbroken about that. He was too scared to trust love again. So he's the card. He's known as the once bitten, twice shy. Kim, the message in this card is that you need to let down the guard around your heart. You need to work on this broken heart of yours, or something in your heart needs healing. It needs your loving attention. And so what really was going on for poor Orpheus is that he was experiencing grief, but he didn't want to go there because it was so deep and so painful. You can see in the image his coat doesn't even touch the water, does it? It doesn't even touch the water. And so he was so deeply hurt by this, by the loss of his wife, that he denied himself of any other relationship. But what he did do is he then spent his time, his time helping other people. And it was wonderful. You're a very giving person, Kim. You spend a lot of time helping other people. But this card is also a reminder that you need support too. It's not just about the others, but you're a good listener. And my feeling is with this card, and now that I see this is about certification. I would really encourage you to do some form of training or certification, or it's maybe this is confirmation. This is a Mercury confirmation moment, Kim, that doing some form of spiritual counseling or therapy or narrative therapy or hypnotherapy or tarot therapy, that it is actually a good it would be like amazing. You would be amazing at that. You would be, it's a gift that you have, and that's based on some of the tragedies that you've experienced in your life. You have a depth of like empathy there because of what you've been through. You have compassion and empathy, and you understand what others may not be able to handle. So yes, the message in this card is that in these cards is that you're a healer. You need to trust that path and follow that path, but you also need to do some work around your own broken heart. Grief work. Okay, so the next person is Carly. Where are we? She's gone. Here we go, Carly. Oh, no, it's Renata. Yes, you may have a reading, Renata. I'll read for you. That was actually wanted to read for somebody else, but I lost her. That's fine. She'll come back. Hey, Gnomes. Hello. Lovely to see you. Glad that you're here. Yes. Okay, Renata. Let's see. Well, the light's nice and bright again. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? All the lights going and stuff, especially when I started talking about the Tower card. Love that. Love me a bit of spooky, ghostly stuff. Love it. Anyway, okay. Renata. If you're feeling generous, it would be so amazing if you could share this live. Sharing lives is like just so helpful. We pay to actually come on here, so I'm paying to read for you. I do it, it costs me money to do that. It would be amazing if you could do a share, only if you feel called. Would absolutely love it, appreciate it. Not just me, but everybody else who is on spiritual directory. We do appreciate it. Okay, so Renata. Okay, so this is about having boundaries. This is about being firm. This is about saying no when, not saying yes when you mean no. I feel there's a lot of anger around you at the moment, Renata, and there's stress and anger, and this card represents having to sort of like not be so reactive, and that's my feeling is that's quite hard to do right now. But this card, it is about having to be firm, having to set firm boundaries. Sometimes this card will come up too when we are developing what I call a healthy ego, when we're having to separate ourselves from others and their stuff, and develop our own sense of agency and sovereignty. Now, ego is not a bad thing. It gets a bit of a bad rap in spiritual communities, and that's based on some Buddhist philosophy. From a Jungian perspective, we believe that ego, having a healthy ego, is necessary because it enables us to face the challenges with courage. It gets us off the park bench to do the things that need to be done, that are necessary to overcome these challenges. So that's the first message, is that, you will, this is like a strengthening of this healthy ego. You won't, you're going to find yourself on the other side of all of this stronger than you've ever been. Now, this is another major card. This is about, the Lovers card is about choices and having to make decisions. So the message with this card, Renata, is that you need to make decisions for the long term. Don't think of short-term fix. Think of long-term. Think of the long-term outcome. What is the long-term outcome? What do you want long-term? Because that's what's being asked of you now. Sometimes this card will come up when we're having difficulties in our relationships around us. And sometimes it can even be about, making decisions around money and finances and that sort of thing. Like my message to you is that you must focus on the long-term outcome. Okay, that was for you, Renata. Next person is okay. Christ, there's so many people, I don't know where to start. Okay, so Victoria Carey, I would love to know, and then I'll read for Lucy on Instagram. Would love to know about my current blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. Christ. Okay, we'd love to know about my current relationship. That's why I can't speak, because it's grammatically it's incorrect. But don't worry, I make grammatical errors all the time. Yes, advice please about my current relationship. Okay, right. Well, let's see what the cards have to say, shall we? Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, look, we've got the Magician. So the signs are there. The signs are there. That's the message. The signs are there. Follow the signs. Now, I feel like you're at a crossroads in this relationship, and you're wondering about whether you jump all in, whether you go all in. And this, I feel you're at a crossroads. So my message to you, I don't see any ending. There's no death card or any sort of ending around this difficulty, but you are at a crossroads. So you're going to need some discussion time about what's next, and where you're heading. You have some of those personal discussions around that, because you are at a crossroads. So yeah, don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the signs. And so the next card that I've got here is the Eight of Pentacles. And so this is about like the second career or the second stage of your life. I feel that you have an opportunity, Victoria, to start either up-level your current practice. I'm sorry, this isn't about love. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to go straight into what this card's telling me. This is about you either like receiving some kind of like there's like an upskilling, there's a potential for a new role. It's like becoming an apprentice again, but you're not really an apprentice because you're older, wiser, more mature, but it's like the second career. And that when this card comes up, it is about investing your time, your energy and resources into this second phase of your life. And it's a very positive card because, having been there myself, which I'm there now, it's a lot more fruitful and a lot more profitable and a lot more satisfying as a mature aged person. I know you're not old, but when we start to mature a bit, our dedication, our discipline is just so much more. We're just better at disciplining ourselves because our care factor's just better than what it is when you're younger. You're not as mature. You don't sort of be immature about things, and you don't care, be careless. So yes, so this tells me that there's a second career or an upskilling of your current work opportunities or employment. Like this is an opportunity for something better, and this is your nudge to go forth and do that if you're not already doing that. Okay, next person is, that's right, it was going to be for Lucy. Lucy, I'm just going to pull a card for Lucy, and then I'm going to read for just keep popping the questions in because it scrolls for then I'll read for Annette. It'll be Annette. Okay, after I've read for you, Annette, after I've read for Lucy, I'll read for Annette. Cards are flying everywhere. Oops, I just did the very thing that I'm trying not to do. Okay. Oh, thanks, Carly. I'll come back to you. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. I'll come back to you. All right. So, Lucy. Let's read for Lucy. Cards are flying everywhere. I'm a bit excited. Excited tonight. I'm going to pop a link in the comments section. That is for my 7-month, which is actually a 9-month. It'll actually go for 9 months, tarot training and mentoring. It's for those of you who want to stand out as a professional, for those of you who love tarot but want to learn the therapeutic application, the psychology behind the cards, counseling 101, so that when you go into these therapeutic settings or tarot settings with people, that you come in with the right skills. There are a lot of therapists or tarot readers out there that don't have the skills or the qualifications to be holding space for people. It's a bit frightening, actually. especially when you hear some of the advice that comes. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so my program will establish you as someone with professional skills, and I'll teach you how to open up a professional practice. I've been doing this for 30 years, and then my background's in psychology, psychotherapy, narrative therapy, hypnotherapy, counseling, and I incorporate that into my practice. And of course, Jungian psychology. Love, love, love. Who doesn't love Jung? Hey, who doesn't love Jung? The man that coined the word the shadow. Everybody talks about the shadow. That's where that came from. Jung. These are all Jung's terms. Ego, shadow, persona, self, anima, animus, sacred masculine, sacred feminine. It's Jung, all of Jung's work. Yeah, he's amazing. Yes, okay, so Annette, this is for you. No, sorry, this is for Lucy and then Annette. Lucy. Oh, okay, Lucy. So the first thing I want to say to you is that you need to this is the card of betrayals. And you know, when this card comes up, it does often mean that we have felt betrayed, or we feel betrayed. You've either been betrayed, but feel like you've been betrayed by someone recently, or a betrayal in the past, and you're still healing from this. You're still reeling from this internally. And this is the card of what I would say when you feel like your heart's been betrayed, or your heart's been broken, and there's still, you know, conflict around that, you know, inner conflict that needs your loving attention. So, you know, when this card comes up, it is about you having to spend some time on your own to work through some of the hurts that, you know, that have been caused by these conflicts. And relationship, I'm talking about relationship conflict. And so, yes, you can see here Psyche, and you can see Psyche here is chasing Eros out of their house, saying, "Come back, come back." Psyche had confronted Eros, and Eros, being her husband, her lover at the time, didn't appreciate being confronted and ran back to mummy's house, and didn't have the emotional IQ, you know, the ability, the insight to stay and work through the problems. And poor Psyche was then left to work through it on her own. So it is a fairly intense card, but, you know, it's not an ending card. It's about having to work through some of those conflicts, those internal conflicts within yourself and around your heart. The other card that we've got for you is the card, Lucy, is the card of this is the card of pleasure, actually. Self-pleasuring. It's in the sign of Taurus. Taurians are all about, are ruled by a planet. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and the planet Venus is about pleasure, love, art, creativity, beauty, fertility, resources, money. In Taurus, it's in the context of the body. So my message for you, Lucy, is about pleasuring your body. And this is like, I feel like some of this healing will come from learning how to love your body again. And this might be around, you know, self-care. It could be around pleasuring. I'm being careful because I've got a young one in the room. Self-pleasuring, you know, looking after your body, looking after your senses. Lots of beautiful oils and massages and that sort of thing. I feel that a lot of this work around this broken heart could probably be helped through doing some somatic experiencing, dropping down into the body and healing. Yes, connecting with self-pleasure. Connecting with your self-pleasure. Okay, so next person is Annette. Hello, Annette. Lovely to see you. I'm so glad that you were patient enough to wait. And thanks to everyone who's jumped on tonight. I appreciate you. Hello, Shannon. Lovely to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Yes. Okay, so you're welcome, Lucy. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. Annette, this is for you. Oh, Shannon, you missed out. And hi, Shannon, you missed out on all this spirit activity tonight. It was all, lights were flickering. It was all going off. It was all full on. Yes. It was all interesting. It was all a bit of fun, Shannon. I was getting a bit excited. Don't mind me a bit of like ghostly things. Spirit. My dad, Papa, came to visit. Especially when the tower card came up, Shannon. Everything started to shake. It was all going off. Legit. You'll have to go back and have a look at it. Ah, yes. All right. So yes, you'll have to have just a little rewatch and watch it all flickering and me going, what the fuck? What's going on? Anyway, okay. Annette, this is for you. Oh, okay, Annette. So yes. So the card that I've got for you tonight, Annette, is it's called the Five of Wands. And the wands represent destiny, purpose, soul purpose, your creative life, inspiration, the imagination, what you imagine for yourself, the whimsical what ifs, the daydreams, the fantasies, the things that we create in our mind's eye, the imaginings, the imaginal. It's not ruled by logic, and it is a portal to becoming an oracle when we can start to open our mind to our imagination. So when this card comes up, it's about Jason here, who oh God, fingers are all over the place. Jason here is fighting this dragon. And the dragon's tail in astrology represents the south node, which is what you're outgrowing, the you that you're outgrowing. And the head of the dragon represents your destiny, what you're becoming, who you're becoming. And in the Mythic Tarot, this card also represents overcoming your fears of your becoming. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So Jason has to fight this dragon. He has to fight this dragon to get this golden fleece. But instead of fighting the dragon, what he does is he puts him to sleep. He puts his fears to sleep, and he's able to take this golden fleece. And he's been given this potion by this sorceress here named Medea. Medea was in love with Jason. She would have done anything for him. So anyway, so in the story, he puts this dragon to sleep, and then he's able to grab his soul purpose. The message of this card is that for you to step into your true power, into your true authenticity, this card represents you tweaking the vision that you've had for your life. Be open, be flexible. Let go of any kind of rigid thinking about how you think things should be, and show up for what's actually there, what's actually showing up for you. Be open to the idea that the notion that what you thought your life was going to be is not turning out that way. Open your mind and your heart to what is actually showing up, which is better than what you anticipated. So this is about being flexible. This is about having a flexible mind. And also, what might feel like a mountain is just really a molehill. You'll look back and you'll realize that it wasn't a bigger deal as what you thought it was. You will have the family that you want, the family life that you want. This is like the legacy. So my message to you, Annette, is that you want to leave something meaningful in the world. You want to make a meaningful contribution for your family. You want to be remembered for something. And so my message to you is to go follow that. Don't stick let go and open up to what you're becoming. Let yourself have that. You want to have meaning and purpose. You want to have a legacy, and you can have that. You can have that. And so my feeling is, Annette, that your legacy is in regards to the sacred arts, the sacred intuitive arts. And I would encourage you to start following that path. If you're not already doing it, I would encourage you to do that. Now, that can come to you in many different ways: healing, counseling, tarot, psychotherapy, shamanic studies. There are all different ways in which you can explore that. But I feel that this is for your family. You want to be remembered for something. And this is the message for you. Okay. It's a big message. Yes. Okay. So, now who else am I reading for? There was somebody on Beck Thornton Music. Hello, Beck. It's good to see you. I'll pick somebody else on Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Just keep leaving your messages in there so that I can see you, because it just otherwise I miss things. Don't feel embarrassed about posting all the time. I'm okay. I'm not going to judge you for it. Do it, because I'll miss it otherwise. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm not going to be all funny about it. All right. So Beck said, I'd love a reading, please. I'm sweating. Actually, I'm really hot. I would love a reading, please. I know he's going through a lot and it's a challenging time for him, but will this lift soon, and will we come together again? Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for Beck. Oh, just like my legs are sweaty. It's humid. It's humid. It's really warm. It's warm in this room as well. Okay. How are we going for time? Maths is on tonight. I'm into maths at the moment. So I just want to make sure I can't see the time. What's the time? Don't want to miss maths. Christ, I can't see the... Oh, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. I'll do 10 more minutes. I want to watch maths. It's going to be a good one tonight. It's going to be an interesting one. Can't miss it. All right. So this is for you, Beck. Beck. Okay, now this is a difficult card, and this card can be an uncomfortable card. Oh, the light's flickering. It's starting again, Beck. Spirit's here. Just checking that my plugs are all, there's no weird shit going down with my plugs. No, it's not. Strange. Yes, anyway, so yes, Beck. So the message with this card is that you have to accept the situation that you find yourself in. You've got to accept it. And it's a difficult card. Nobody likes this card. You know, it is having to do the thing that's really uncomfortable, that creates discomfort. The 5 of Swords represents having to do the thing that you're most scared of. And I guess it's a bit like that when we get involved in these toxic relationships. And I'm not suggesting he's toxic. I'm just suggesting that it might not be like a healthy relationship right now. But when we get involved in these relationships, it can be like a bit like a drug, you know, like dopamine. And you once you sort of end it, or things end, it's like you have this, like it is like you're going through a withdrawal, and it's really hard. It is really hard. And so, you know, this card, it is about knowing what your limits are, you know, knowing like you've got to know your limits in this situation. And you've got Apollo standing over the top of you, taking care of you, looking after you, guiding you. And he's telling you that you've got to clear the karma on this. You've got to clear it. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you. So it is a difficult card. It is a very difficult card. And like, I can't give you the answer, that I can't tell you what to do, but I think you've got, like, you with this card, you have to do the things that are fucking uncomfortable, the things that you don't want to do, but you know you must, to move forward. And yes, and you know, it will actually clear your karma, and you'll feel much better for it. You've got the 4 of Wands here. This is about gathering all your resources, getting all your friends around you, getting all the people who support you, being around the people who love you, who want to see you thrive, who want to support you, and focusing on this adventure, this new adventure for yourself. There's a ship that's waiting for you to dock. Well, it's docked, waiting for you to jump on it and start this new adventure, an adventure that you've put on hold, that you've pressed pause on. It's, you know, it's time to get all the pieces together and make it happen. That's your message. Okay. So, hi, Mandy. Yes. Oh, thanks. You love my straight talking. Yeah, can't help it. Straight up. Yes, my clients call me the no. Well, actually, I named myself it, but now they some of my clients call me the no BS tarot reader. Yeah, it's better that way, isn't it? Then you know where you stand. Yeah. Yes. All right, Mandy, let's read for you. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, I'm sweating like a mofo. It's just you're sweating as well. My kid's just down there. She's sweating too. It's really hot. Oh. Okay. Now, let's see, Mandy. This is for you. 1, 2. Oh, Mandy. Okay. So this tells me this is in the sign of Gemini, and this card is about communication, but it's also about quick silver decision making or changes that happen very quickly. So either something has just changed like you've just gone through some significant change now, or there's something on your path that's going to change your direction very quickly, very swiftly. And this, you've got the moon card here as well. So this tells me it's very confusing. It's this is like a transition. You're going through a major transition, preparing for a rebirth. And so when this card comes up, this card, it suggests that there's an anxiety-provoking time. And when the moon comes up in a reading, it is about waiting, like being in the waiting room, and you start wondering, like, when is it my turn? Like, when is he going to show up? When am I going to get what I want? When is it going to be my turn? And it does feel like that. Sometimes it's like being like being in the emergency department. You know what it's like? Horrible, isn't it? You could be sitting there for hours and hours, and you just never know when your turn's, you just can't predict when it's going to be your turn. So, yes, so this moon card I think is very significant for you. It's a major card. It is about you going through some significant changes, but you have to be patient. You're like a caterpillar in a chrysalis, and you haven't completely, like, you're not ready to quite unfurl your wings yet. However, as I said, we've got this card here that tells me that you're going through significant changes, and there are big, like, if it hasn't already happened, significant shift for you. Something is going to cause you to change direction, and it will happen very, very quickly, like lightning strikes. If you watch the beginning of this reading of the energy report, lightning strikes and it just happens. And yes, say yes, go for the shiny object. Okay, that is your message. So next person I will read for, somebody shared, and I can't remember who it was. I'd like to read for her. I wonder if she's still here. Carly. Well, this is going to be a heavy one. Look at all the words. Okay, loved and shared. Should I move home or stay? Does my ex still love me? Only been in our current house for just over a year, and my daughter says she wants to stay living here and likes the school, but we're so isolated. I don't know what to do. Thank you. Oh, that's a big reading, Carly. I think you should come and have a reading with me at some point. That's a lot. I can't cover all of that tonight, but let's just see what the cards have to say. I'll just let the cards. Oh, one card's sitting out here. Gosh, that's strange. This is the guy, right? That's interesting. It was just sitting there. Yes. Does my ex still love me? Well, he's still around. But my feeling is that it's over. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but he's still around, which I think this, the selfish, is a bit selfish, thinks about himself a lot. It's about him, what he wants, what he's interested in. Does that make him a bad person? Not necessarily, just it's about him. So it's not about you. Do you want that? Probably not. I don't think so. I can't imagine. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? When you lose someone you love, it is really hard, and grief comes in waves, and it's a process. The letting go is a process, for for sure. Let's pick some cards, Carly. Oh, 2 cards just came out, so I'm going to grab those 2 cards. I just always pick 2 cards. Okay, Carly, so I feel like your daughter says she wants to stay living here and likes her school. So I feel like this is a wish come true. This is a wish come true for her, for sure. And I know you're saying you're isolated and you don't know what to do. I think you need to let go of the past and just stay where you are right now. I think it would be, my feeling is that you've suffered enough loss. And that's sort of this move is actually going to be so beneficial, is so, like, in the long run will be so beneficial. You've just got to give yourself time. Look at this beautiful card. This is about wishes coming true. Don't move. Don't move yet. It's my feeling. I mean, you've got to do what's right for you, what you feel called to do. But my feeling is don't disrupt her, and things will work out. Let her, like, trust her sense of feeling secure in that place. I think it's going to be, like, good for you as well. You need to let go of the past and move on. There are opportunities coming for you. Trust that. Okay. So, yes, who am I going to read for now? Who am I going to read for now? Melanie Hall. Hi, Melanie. Yes, no problem. Okay, so Melanie said she'd like some guidance, please. Sure, I don't mind giving you some guidance. I'd love to. I need to smile a bit more, don't I? I've got sort of a bit of a moody, straight face. You should see my resting face, my resting bitch face. It's horrible. I'm not unhappy when I do that. It's just my resting face. It's not very nice, is it? Sometimes I see photos of it where I'm just sort of like, look moody, but I'm not. I'm happy. I'm happy. Anyway, okay. So, Melanie. Crikey, it's hot. Really hot. So, all right, Melanie. Oh, Melanie. Okay, the great sacrifice. This is the message for you, the card of the great sacrifice. You listen, when this card comes up, it is a precipitator of deep transformation. This is about you being on the precipice of change. Turn this around, and who do we see? Jesus, right? It's a very spiritual card. The energy of this card is about being on the edge of life and death. Like, you have an opportunity to, if you are willing, to let go, to become a more vital version of you. So when this card comes up, it is about having to make some of these big decisions that we know are going to be in the greater good of everyone around you. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for everybody else as well, or other parties involved. So it is about having to step into your own personal leadership, for sure. And, in the story, Prometheus, this is the story of Prometheus, he stole fire from the gods to evolve man. And he knew that he would be punished for it, but he did it anyway. He did it anyway because he knew it was for the highest good of everybody involved. So, this is the card of when you have that knowing, when you know what must be done, and you know that it may involve some suffering, but you must do it anyway. So the Six of Swords is about forging forward. It's a very karmic card. The swords are about clearing karma. They're about coming home to the truth of who you are, and about you've recently, either soon or you've just recently made a very tough decision, and this is about now forging forward with that decision, prepared, to meet with with the potential chaos or conflict that may come up through this decision or the challenge, because you will be challenged by this. But there's a maturity with this card. There's a readiness and a willingness to actually face the future head on, to actually go forward and start manifesting the change that you truly desire. Okay, so just about to choke. Guys, maths is on. I'm done. I need maths. I don't want to miss it tonight. So I'm going to go. I'm sending you all so much love. You know, I've got my link to my amazing tarot 6 months, it's actually 7 months. Actually, it's 9 months. I say 7 months, 7 months tarot mentoring program. It is for those of you who want to take your practice seriously, who want to open a tarot therapy practice where you're not only just using tarot, but you are incorporating psychotherapy into your practice. I'll teach you counseling 101, Jungian psychology, tarot psychology, mythology. You'll learn dream appreciation. You'll also learn mediumship, narrative therapy, somatic experiencing. It's such a fabulous course. It's jam-packed. And it is really my purpose, my goal is to help you stand out as a tarot therapist amongst all the sort of sea of fortune tellers. It is like my commitment to women and men in this lifetime, so that you walk away with a skill that you can use to help other people, a real skill. And yes, and I'm in the process of certifying my course. So I had some messages from my VA today, so I hope we're not having too many problems with that again. Yes, all right. I'm sending you all so much love. Have an amazing week. Oh, don't forget the intense cards. Christ, remember the cards? Who did we get? The Chariot, Passion to Purpose, the Magician, Follow the Signs, the Tower, be real, be honest with yourself. Lightning will strike this week. The signs will be there. Go forth and do the thing. Sending you all so much love. Big hugs, everyone. Now, I've got to remember how to turn it off. Bye.